Hey y'all, it's Chantrell with the God Said No YouTube channel. Today I'm just Chantrell. It's not going to be Chantrell and Daryl, Chantrell and Jackson, Chantrell and Darren. It's going to be just Chantrell. I feel like I needed a moment to just download and process and go through some things with y'all. And just say, hey y'all, I haven't done much blogging this week because things weren't the way I wanted them to be this week. I wanted my blog to be a certain kind of way, and it did not happen this week. I wanted to articulate things this week and only wanted to talk about specific things this week, and it did not happen that way. And I wasn't in a place to receive that you're not in control. First, you don't control this. God is the driver of this ship. That's number one. Two, you ain't even on the passenger side because then the kids drive that. And three, you have a partner. So you in the backseat of the Suburban somewhere right now. That's me. In the backseat of the Suburban right now, just riding along for the ride. But today I wanted to be what I said I would be, which would be open, honest, and transparent. This week has been hellacious. But this week has had some beautiful moments. So what I can appreciate is that going through a lot. We go through a lot. I have still found beautiful moments, and I will continue to make sure that through everything that I'm going through, the grief, the tragedy, the post-traumatic stress, the sickness of my kids and other family members, the stress this caused on my marriage, on myself, me trying to live in my purpose and still find my way with being a daughter, a wife, a mom, a nurse mommy, a friend, a caregiver. In all of those things, I can still find my own way. And that has been challenging for me because I am an only child. And as an only child, I haven't had to have so many things going on at one time. I was able to just block things out, go to my room, and live my life. But that doesn't work anymore. You know, you have a whole baby. You can't go and be in your room and you have a 9-month-old, you know. So how do we deal with that? How do you deal with your life changing drastically, fast, being anxious and overwhelmed, being sad, being hurt? How do you deal with all of those things, y'all, at one time? How do we deal with that and still come out unscathed? Or find happiness in the midst of depression and anxiety and anger and resentment and grief? How do we? Well, my week today, I woke up sad. I was sad, I was hurt, I was angry, I was crying, I was frustrated because today is Daryl's and our anniversary. And we had so many plans that have changed over the last month to cater to our family and what our family is in this moment, right? And up until seconds, that was still happening in the process of trying to carve out some time for us to celebrate, to be one with each other, and just to spend some quality time, because we are very intentional about being intentional. We're very intentional about spending our time together and not letting our circumstances hinder us from being what we know we should be. So Darren went back to the hospital this week. Traumatic. He's still in the hospital. Dad's there now. We had to divide and conquer. You know, and even in those moments we were dividing and conquer, we were like, we're going to have a moment where we're going to be together. And I'll talk about that a little later, but all of these things happened this week that just didn't produce continued happiness, and it was like an attack on my joy. So this morning I decide I'm going to turn the tide. I'm crying, I'm upset, I'm frustrated, but I don't quit. We don't quit. And so you're not going to quit. And I'm not going to let you quit. So what did I say we were going to do? We were going to be happy and get some, and resiliently live, right? So I was like, what can I use? What do I have that can help bring me out this moment? I done prayed, I done meditated. What else? Because I need something else. I need another tool. So I pulled out my happiness handbook. Have you all even thought about getting this handbook? You should. Because we're going to do this together. I'm going to be open and honest and transparent with you about my weekend experience to see if maybe this will help you along the way, or if this is something you should even invest in. So y'all, let's go. This coffee cup for this week came from both of my coffee cups, because I got 2 coffee cups because that's the kind of day it's been today. And it is 10 a.m. So, strong like my coffee. It's actually my husband's cup, but it could hold a lot of coffee. But I am strong. I don't know nobody besides my partner, my kids, who I think are stronger than us. And I'm like, what we go through on a daily basis, yeah. I'm gonna run down my timeline one day of what my life looks like on just a red day. And we're just gonna see. So, I'm strong like my coffee. If you like this cup, I am going to put it down in the description box of who designed this cup. And this is my sister. My sister designed this cup, Tamara, and she designed the cup that I have, that I will be drinking my second cup of coffee. And you should reach out to her. So, Handbook for Happiness, a 4-step plan to resilient living. So today what we had on the scope of resilient living to be happy is that we're going to lighten our burdens and our loads today. And I was like, God, thank you for sending what I needed, because I have so many burdens that I feel like are weighing me down. It's just like I'm having neck pains because I'm holding like it all. I'm holding the world on my shoulders, and so it says, the mind carries a hefty load of the past and the future that it doesn't need to carry. Carrying this extra load hurts your mind, causes stress, causes anxiety, and creates unhappiness. Let's see if we can lighten it, at least for today. Write down the top issues of the past and of the future that are bothering you right now. So, the burdens of the past that are bothering me right now is that we're dealing with chronically ill children, and it's a lot because of someone else. Jackson's injury at birth was because of his doctor. Darren's injury was because of someone else's negligence. Someone else. So we are dealing with what we're dealing with because of other people. And it's hard to take in. I can take it a lot better if I did it. If Chantrell made the mess, then Chantrell got to clean it up. I hold myself accountable. But I didn't create, and Joe didn't create any of these messes. But we have to clean them up. But what we can rest in is that the messes were created. We're supposed to just be, the mess was created and it's gone. Our kids weren't supposed to be here. The mess was created with Jackson. And Jackson was not supposed to live past that. But God said no. So Darren wasn't supposed to, it's something with the number 3 for my family. Jackson was only supposed to live for 3 days, not past 3 days. Darren only had a 3% chance of surviving, but they're both here. God said no. But carrying those incidents, and now that they're chronically ill, is a burden that I'm always in the back of my mind knowing it's hard to plan, it's hard to move on, it's hard to schedule, knowing that their health from day to day can change drastically. That's a big burden for someone. That's one. A burden that I'm carrying from my past is not feeling like I'm enough. My life has changed so much in the last year where I was very career driven and my career is very important to me and it was lucrative. And due to things and circumstances and situations that were not anything I can control, who would have thought? We planned to be in a great position. It wasn't my fault that this happened, It wasn't my fault that COVID came, And now my career, now you're a nurse mommy, Now you're a transportationist to appointments and hospitals and, but in God said no, I found passion and purpose. So I can look at it as I lost everything. But in losing everything, I've found myself. I've found my purpose. And I hope this purpose and this new passion that I have for God saying no and for advocating for people who don't know how to advocate for themselves and to fight for my children and to fight for people who look like me and for people who don't. For people to just be kind and to care is now my purpose. And I am confident that God will take care of me through my purpose. Now, I have digressed. Burdens of the past, number 3. Finding Jackson unresponsive in the parking lot of Walmart and having to do CPR on the trunk of my car. I've never done CPR before. He was gone, y'all. He was gone. And I looked at my baby and I said, if you're gone, and I said this to him, if you're gone, Mommy is going to go out fighting for you. You won't just go, we're going to fight the entire way. Didn't know CPR. I called 911. I was on hold. What do you do? I put Jackson on the truck of my car and started CPR. Jackson came back, but the stress and the trauma from that event has not left. And any little thing brings that trauma back. And so that's a burden that I carry with me because of someone else. A burden of the past. People not understanding my journey and my process is a burden on me. Isn't that crazy? Someone else's burden is a burden on me. Someone else's reactions is a burden on me. That's problematic in itself. People not understanding. And a burden I carry is grief and feeling like I have to be everything for everybody and I'm never anything for myself. Like at the end of the night, I'm exhausted. So, burdens of the future. The safety of my children is a burden for me. The financial state of my family, because of the way things are right now, because of things that weren't in my control, I feel like I'm not bringing to the table what I brought to the table, and I feel burdened by that. I don't feel like I'm adding value to my family. And it's sad that we've been put in a place where our value, or we feel like our value has a dollar sign attached to it. I'm only as good as what my dollar sign says. That in itself is problematic. Staying mentally healthy is a burden for me for the future. I am committed to being clear, to fight for my joy, even if it's peaks, valleys, and it's going like this. I'm going to continue to fight for it, and it's a burden to have to fight. To constantly be in a fight or flight mode is a burden. Will this purpose and passion succeed? Will God said no? God gave me this. But there's a thing, for me, is my faith versus my fear. Most of the time, my faith outweighs my fear. But right now, they kind of neck and neck. And that's okay because I'm human. But I know that. I can see that my faith and my fear are neck and neck right now. I have faith that what God told me is going to work out. I have faith that my baby will be restored. I have faith that I'm doing what he said. So everything, every need that I want, every need that I have will be met. But the fear of it not happening is real. It's real. The fear of failure. The fear of you guys not understanding me or accepting this, or it not being what God said it was going to be. Or no one hearing this and it not changing someone's life. You know, I have that fear. I have that fear that one day, and this is being raw and honest with you guys, and I've never spoke this to anyone. One day, my husband will be like, this is too much. And it's easier for men, right, to just say, girl, that's a fear that I would be left alone in this journey. And it's a fear that he's never given me anything to fear that. I mean, he reassures me constantly that he will never leave me, that we're in this together, that no matter where we are, if we outside under the bridge, we're going to be outside under the bridge together. He reassures me that, and I believe it. But the fear is real because I know that this is a lot, and it's a lot for me. And I wonder, does he feel that? Yeah, that's a good check-in, which we'll check in about. Anyway, I'm just being open and honest with you guys. So it says, now imagine you put this in a box. So all this stuff I just talked about is going in a burden box. We're going to put that in this burden box, and we're going to let that be in that box. So it says, we're going to have the idea that based on your life circumstances, think about what can go wrong in your life in the next hour. And that's all we're going to focus on. What can go wrong in my life in the next hour? My kids' health is so critical that it can turn in the next hour. That can go wrong. Things can go wrong real fast. And my emotions. In the next hour, I can be happy, sad, mad, because I'm still grieving. And I'm grieving a lot of things. And so all of this going on, it can be tricky. So, do you agree that your life will be more peaceful if you carry on only the next hour's load? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, like, God, I'm going to let you have these worries. All this that I done wrote down, God, I'm giving this to you. Because I can't. I can't carry this. You ain't even want me to carry it. I'm creating the anxiety for myself because you say you will always be there for me. And you have to remind yourself of these moments. Don't have to do this by myself. My support system is great. My God is great. Lord, I give each and every one of these things I just talked about to you. Because I can't carry it, but you can. This burden box I just created, Lord, it's yours. It's yours. And I know if you do nothing else, you're going to give me peace. And you're going to give me everything I need to continue this fight. Amen. And he's going to give you everything you need to continue this fight. So you know what? My next cup of coffee. Cheers to y'all. Because we giving that away. We letting those burdens go. We done put them in the box. Did y'all write them down? Write them down and put them in the box. And we're going to cast those to the Lord. Because the Lord is our shepherd. We ain't even got to worry about that. Because this next hour, all I got to worry about is making sure my kids safe and my emotional status is okay. So, the next thing in this journey we're doing, take a moment for gratitude. It says, food for thought. All roads to happiness touch the gratitude milestone. And I often practice gratitude. I at least try to practice gratitude once a week, where I just go and I list and I talk about for myself what I'm thankful for. And I just tell people I'm thankful for you, or I'm thankful for this, or I tell God thank you. Yeah. So it says, you can be grateful for things, experiences, and people. But I believe, and it believes, that gratitude is most powerful when you apply it to specific people in your life. We're going to start making a gratitude inventory. A list of people in your life you're grateful for. So, now if you're watching this and you know me, and you do not hear your name on here, please don't be offended. This is in the moment, and this is what it is. And I got nothing to do with you. My loved ones. I'm grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for Jackson and Darren. I'm grateful for my mom and dad. I'm grateful for my bonus mom, my bonus dad, my grandmother. I'm grateful for Carla, my sister's group, Carla, Tam, Asia. I'm grateful for y'all. My biological sister, Tiara, I'm grateful for her. My grandfather, my granddad has a special place in my heart that will take a whole video to talk about. My cousins chat. They uplift. They've gotten me through this last year. I'm so grateful for all of them. Y'all know who y'all are. My cousins. I wish we were in California now. I miss them. My uncle. Well, my uncle is like my brother. Tyree and Kristen, I'm grateful for y'all. Nikki and Mimi, I'm grateful for y'all. I'm grateful for my family. Y'all know who y'all are. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you. My Daryl's family, I'm grateful for you. Sean, Tony, I'm grateful for you. Okay, this is going to go on like a speech. So let me get through this. I'm just going to give you my top 5 gratefuls. My friends, Pam, Tamika, Alicia, Don Lisa, my work mom, Joseanne, I am grateful for you. You guys have no idea. My neighbors, Kiva, I'm grateful for you. My teachers, They're my son's teachers, but I'm grateful for them. Miss Sanchez, Miss Blakely, Miss Nelson. I am grateful for y'all. Y'all don't even know. Y'all have no idea. People who are deceased. My big mama. I was so grateful for her. My Aunt Pee Wee, I'm so grateful. My friend Alexis, I'm grateful for. Others, people who have inspired you, or strangers that have been kind to me. Or my pet, Deuce. I'm grateful for Deuce. I'm grateful for my palliative care team. My koala team that's outside of the hospital palliative care. I'm grateful for spiritual friends. Shantae, I'm grateful for you. It's so funny when you grow up with people, and you grow with them. Now that's a word. Jackson, my doula, Cammie, was Jackson's doula that went through this traumatic event with me. I'm so grateful. For my therapist, I'm so grateful. I'm just grateful. Jessica, I'm grateful for you. She checks on me and she sends me flowers just randomly. It's so beautiful. Darren's and Jackson's nurses, I'm grateful for them. I'm very grateful. Okay, grateful, gratitude. Food for thought. You are not alone. A whole world out there supports you. Do you realize your support network, people for whom you are grateful for, is much bigger than you earlier thought? It is. It is. That's Jackson. Jackson said we got to pause for a second because he needs Nurse Mommy. I will be right back. Hey, y'all. So Jackson said he wanted to come and be a part of God Said No YouTube channel. He said he done went over all his God Said No apparel. So he said he had to be changed out of it. So, say hey, Jackson. No. You don't want to say hi to the people? No, why? 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 Jackson's new obsession is ceiling fans and lights. So he loves it. But Jackson, we were talking to our friends about but not being alone. And one thing I know is that you'll never be alone. Because Mommy and Daddy, Gigi, TT's cousins, friends, y'all, will never leave you. And God will never leave you. And right now, I'm going to declare that Jackson Bradley Taylor will be healed. You have to speak life. And I'm going to speak life over him right now, y'all. I'm just going to speak life over him right now. Jackson will walk. Jackson will talk. Yeah, you will. You're going to run all over this place. Yeah, Jackson will sit up. Yeah, go on show him. Show him what you're trying to do. You're trying to get my coffee. You can't have no coffee. You can't have my coffee. Jackson will have a life that is going to impact millions. Eyes haven't seen, ears have not heard about what you will do. Because right now, people, right now, family, right now, friends, we are watching a miracle. This is a miracle. So, y'all, my cup says, difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. This has been a difficult road, but Jackson, the destination we will end up in will be the most beautiful place. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I need you guys to subscribe. I need you to send this to everybody you know and ask them to subscribe. Because the more you do that, the more people get to see, and the more this brand can continue. We can't continue if we don't have the means to continue. The t-shirt that I'm wearing right now is the family favorite jersey tee in Kelly Green. I'll put the link down in the description. But I also had a shirt this week I wore, which is the May exclusive of the month. It was maroon. Y'all have to keep watching through this, and I'm gonna post a picture of what that looked like. And Gerald and I did have time to just connect this weekend, and I'm gonna post a picture because still we rise. No matter what we done went through this week, no matter how many babies we got sick in the hospital, fighting and advocating for them, for ourselves, for other people, we still did not quit and give up. We never gave up through all of this. We got an intentional moment. And I'll show a picture, keep watching at the end, of us being very intentional. And might I add, we look good being intentional, all right? The God Said No bracelet, people are loving. I didn't have help to put mine on today. But here's my God Said No bracelet. I like the silver. We have God Said No and God Said No, not right now. God Said No, not this time. Face mask. You can get these bracelets for me. Jackson, tell him. Say, God said no, not this time. Yeah, show them all the ones we have. God said no, not this time. God said no, not this time. And I want to shout out. I'm going to do a subscriber of the month. We're going to have a subscriber of the month where you're going to get a subscription box from us. And our 100th subscriber will also get that. But our subscriber of this month, Ms. Jones, I am grateful for her because I haven't met her, but she's giving me so much support and love that it radiates. And for someone you've never met to be so nice and kind to you is a blessing. And I thank her for that. All right, y'all. Jackson wants me to go and read him a book. You want to read a book? What do you... No. You do want to read a book? Okay. Y'all, what book should I read, Jackson? Comment down in the bottom. All right, y'all. We love y'all. You can do it. If I made it through this week, you can too. May the peace be with you. May the force be with you. And we can do it. We can do it, y'all. We got this. God said no. God got this. Say, Jackson, you gonna say bye to the people? Say bye. Say bye, family.